sorts of things all the time from tending those plants outside in the freezing cold all year long, and cattle and animals and storing that food and transporting that food, very dangerous. Lots of people lost their lives in food production. So we are not a country that intuitively is afraid of things that come with plants and agriculture, like mildew and pests and this sort of thing. We're used to that. We're a country that was brought up by farmers, right? So all of a sudden now we're in a generation where they're breaking into your house, and the best they can say is that grow ops produce mold. Mold, that's the worst I've ever heard, that grow ops produce mold, right? Because they don't kill you overtly. Nobody's been electrocuted. Only 5 people have been electrocuted in British Columbia in the last 10 years over grow gardens, right? And not necessarily fatally. There's no instance of booby traps in them. They typically, whenever we're raided, I've never yet met someone who fired at a cop or fought back at a cop or in any way tried to take on the cop. So what's the need for 8 paramilitary people coming through the front door at 4 in the morning when they could have knocked on my door and said, Mark, you've got a more looky place. Mind if I come out here and take a look? One guy could have done that. Like, what do they expect? You know I've got a kid in the house. How many people just jump on those cops and start fighting and risk their whole family over what? Some plants in the basement? Like, we're reasonable because we're not going to do stupid things over pot. But they are unreasonable because they want to invade our home, destroy our lives, take away our kids, take away our property, put us in jail, incarcerate us, give us probationary records, give us all this hassle over the same plant that we're not willing to fight them about, that we're not willing to give anybody a hard time about, right? And so you got to ask it. One of the things I want you to be aware is you're a member of a very privileged culture. You see, if you were Jewish, they can't do that to you anymore because you're Jewish, although they used to. And you can't do that to you because you're black, because that's uncool anymore. They can't do it to you because you're a woman. They can't take away your property, even if you're a murderer. If you murder someone, you don't lose your house. They don't come away and take away your house as part of proceeds of crime, right? And so, you know, if you're a woman or a black person or a Jewish person, the Chinese people only got voting rights in 1949. I'll say one thing is we sure did discriminate against them a long, long time, but at least now they can vote. You know, many people in the world who've got a conviction for marijuana can't vote. You know, you lose your kids. Every day, someone from a children's aid society across this country is trying to take away people's kids because they smoke pot, grow pot, sell pot, have a conviction for pot, are known to be around pot users, have a medical need for pot. You know, when we go through these kind of things that are unacceptable for every other group in society today, every other group, no one would tolerate that. You know, any religious group, any philosophical group, but you know, there are people who are persecuted in the world, but no one is more persecuted around the world than the cannabis people. Over 250,000 people are in jail at any given time for cannabis, at least 70,000 in the United States out of that 250,000. Several thousand in Canada are in jail at any one time. And just to let you know how vulnerable your rights are, they want to put me in jail for life imprisonment. And I'm 50 years old, so anything more than 15 years is really a death sentence on the installment plan for me. So if they can say I'm a money launderer because I gave away $4 million, which I'm so proud of, tell everybody what I gave away, right? That's the whole idea. When we started the revolution, we started to earn a lot of money so we could give it away and use it as a good example for everybody else in the world in Canada to do the same thing, like that, like everybody, like lots of people are doing. They're taking those principles and saying, how can I use my energy to develop a business that drives our community? You know, the cannabis community, the larger community, the community of people who medically need marijuana, people who need marijuana. I would say everybody needs marijuana. One of the things, too, that I tell you, remember, we have 2 cannabinoid receptors. That's always important. Because the first thing I would ask any doctor who is critical of marijuana is, how can we have a cannabinoid receptor, not just in our body, but in our brain? We have 2 cannabinoid receptors. Wouldn't that be like because we're meant to take cannabis in? Like, isn't that, like, obvious in our whole chemistry that our bodies evolved over, what, tens, hundreds of thousands, millions of years? And it actually evolved with a cannabinoid receptor whose only function is to seek out cannabis in your system and process it and use it, right? Which is why, by the way, so you know, nobody will ever get lung cancer or any respiratory cancers if you just smoke cannabis. There's no known record of it, never seen it, and you'll never get it. But here's the other big secret they don't tell you. There's lots of great results, studies, my wife collects them all the time, that shows that THC kills cancer right away. Like, it's injected right into the cells, kills them dead. Smoke in your lungs, it cleans out all the tissues around your lungs and sucks it out and takes it out of your body. You won't get cancer of the lungs or respiratory system if you smoke just pot. Now, George Harrison smoked a little bit of pot, but smoked 2 packs of cigarettes every day, and he did die of cancer. Paul McCartney still smokes a big fucking chonga every day, and that guy looks like he's still 35. I'm just putting it to you. Paul McCartney looking good at 65, can they get remarried again? George Harrison not with us. 2 packs a day of cigarettes. And I'm just saying that the contrasts are obvious. And they're obvious throughout all of society. You're never going to get Alzheimer's if you smoke lots of pot. It's not important that you smoke pot up until about age 50 for the purposes of Alzheimer's, but once you hit around 50 to 55, the cannabinoid receptor in your brain withers away without use. If you don't use it, it's like your prostate, man. If you don't use it, you will lose it. And I won't go into why you will lose your prostate if you don't use it, but suffice to say, they say you should clean that area out every now and then. So anyway, if you don't feed your cannabinoid receptors, you will get Alzheimer's disease. You will get memory loss. You will continue to have an excellent memory. I like to think that I could beat anybody on Jeopardy to this day. And I've smoked more cannabis than anyone in this room, I assure you. Perhaps not yet.
You got 12 years on it.
That's right, that's true. 1979 was my, so 29 years of cannabis. By the way, I feel terrific. I've never seen any health anomaly associated with my 29 years of smoking cannabis nonstop. I don't smoke cigarettes, so I don't have to deal with those kind of competitive health concerns. But 29 years of smoking a lot of bong hits, a lot of THC, has had no deleterious effects on my body or life that I can see whatsoever, other than the many arrests I've had. But every now and then, I will get strayed out there, and somebody will have to pull me in. So what was the last tangent I was on that you recall? Sorry to put you on the spot like that. Okay, you recall.
I have a question.
Okay, good.
You said pipes and bombs are still illegal.
They are, section 462.2 of the Criminal Code. It used to include the literature and video provisions, but that part's been struck down. That's what we got rid of. But the instruments of illicit drug use still exist. The difference is they don't enforce it except selectively. In the 80s, they put everybody out of business. They went to everybody and said, if you're still here, we're going to come and seize all your merchandise. We'll get City Hall to cancel your license. And they can still do that. When we came back in the 1990s, and I actually had the second contemporary modern hemporium or hemp business that they have now. When we promoted our revolution, we said, hey, it's illegal, do it anyway. Do it anyway, say it's all about politics, and dare them to arrest you. Now, you got to be clever about that, because they still can take away all your bombs and pipes in any store they want. And they can keep them. It's not illegal to possess a pipe or bomb in Canada. It's only illegal to sell them. It's unusual. It's the only thing like that.
It's not illegal to possess them.
It's not illegal to possess. In the United States, there's like felony and misdemeanor paraphernalia charges, but they are insane in the United States because they actually have overlapping laws there. They have laws municipally, state level, and federally, all about the same crime. So you could get caught and get charged federally, and then get additional state charges and even local charges, and have to deal with them all in the United States.
Well, look, places like Langley and White Rock are trying to ban
Yes.
paraphernalia on their own.
That's right.
Outside of
Now the thing is, the city councils are trying to ban paraphernalia by not licensing businesses that sell it or defining it as kind of. Surrey currently has a law like that. Langley is trying to pass one now where they charge a lot for a license to sell paraphernalia. But it's definitely illegal still.
Langford actually passed the bylaw, I think in '96, banning hemp stores.
Yeah.
So as far as I know,
We
you
got that
can't even.
repealed though.
Not the Langford one.
Yeah, they can't ban a hemp store.
Talk to Langford City Council, it's still on their books.
Is that right? Well,
Yeah.
that's a fun one to get to. Yes.
I've been calling for quite some time. I was wondering if there's anything that would feel like a major accomplishment, like, I can go home and smoke mine, I've done this, you're saying about the money. I just wonder if there's anything that would be like, would get you sitting at home and be like, yeah.
Well, first of all, a lot of people ask me, the most common question is, when do you think we're going to legalize pot? And I'm thinking, we'll never get complacent like that, because you know what, the second we legalize pot, some crazy bastard's going to be trying to make a criminal the next moment. And that's the way it's going to be our whole life. No, there's going to always be a group of people that doesn't like the pot people. And there's an important reason for that, okay? It's because we are responsible for everything good in the world. Right? And listen, I have learned that the better you are, the more superior you are to other people, despite what you think, the more other people hate you as a consequence. Jewish people know about this and Chinese people know about this. The two groups in the world who are the best with money have the most people hating them. They are hated for their competence. They are hated for their ethical abilities with those things. Right? And the more, like, what have we done for Stephen Jobs, pot smoker, gave us Apple computers. Bill Gates, pot smoker, gave us the Microsoft system. Moses Steinberg gave her Much Music, City TV, pot smoker. Ted Turner founded CNN, smoking a big, huge chonger every day at CNN, right? And Mike Wallace, 60 Minutes. I'm not talking about people who are just good in their field. I'm talking about people who revolutionized their field.